At the beginning of the story, we see a man running because he created a game where if people don't help him, he leaves cards at their homes and curses them, turning them into werewolves. At night, these werewolves come out and start killing the villagers one by one. These are werewolves, half human and half wolf, who appear in wolf form at night. Then the story shifts to the present, where a man named Jerome is telling this story to his family. His family includes his wife and their 3 sons. The eldest daughter's name was Clara. There was one son and a younger daughter. Jerome's dad also lived with them, but his memory had become so weak that he forgot his children's names. Now Jerome wants to play a game called Werewolf with everyone, which his father used to play with him in childhood. He explains the rules by giving everyone a card, but no one shows interest and they all go to their rooms. Jerome then sadly starts packing the game board, but as he turns the board, suddenly the whole house starts shaking. Everyone gets very scared, so they gather together and quickly hide in the basement to save their lives. But the next moment, the lights go out and everyone panics badly. After that, when they come out, they see that the outside view has completely changed. They couldn't understand how everything suddenly changed. Their car was not in its place, and the worrying thing was that Clara had disappeared. Now everyone starts going back inside the house, but their house had turned into an old mansion. Jerome thinks maybe there's a fair or festival in the city. But who can decorate and change so much in just 30 seconds? Then everyone sets out to find Clara in the village. But they are shocked to see that the whole village has changed too. They reach a market where the people also look old-fashioned and are staring at them strangely. But they still can't understand anything. They think there's an old-time fair here. Jerome's dad asks a man who the captain here is. He tells them that the captain is in the village square, cutting someone's throat. At first, everyone thought it might be a drama or play, but as soon as they reached the square, they saw hundreds of people gathered and the captain actually cuts a man's throat in front of everyone. Jerome gets a little suspicious, and now as he tests the blood, everything becomes clear. He panics and quickly takes everyone away from there. A little later, Jerome's wife and father also taste the blood and realize it's not a play. Just then, a soldier on horseback arrives. When asked, he tells them it's the year 1497. But seeing their modern clothes, the soldier thinks they are spies from another country and immediately plans to attack them. But Jerome's dad punches him hard and throws him away. Everyone is amazed at where this strength came from. They quickly return home and discuss how to fix everything. Just then, the household items start moving and falling on their own. Everyone panics, thinking maybe a ghost has come. But at that moment, a message appears written on the flower, "I am Clara." This means Clara has become invisible, meaning she exists but is not visible. Her brother throws some flour in the air, revealing Clara's face. But what she was saying was not audible to anyone. Only Jerome could hear her thoughts, meaning Jerome had gained the power of telepathy, through which he could understand what was going on inside a person's mind. Just then, the captain arrives outside the house with his soldier because their clothes and way of speaking were completely different, making the captain suspicious too. Jerome lies to save their lives, saying they came from another city to perform music here. The captain thinks he's lying, so he asks them to sing something. Now their good fortune was that Jerome is a musician in the real world, so he starts singing and everyone joins him. Hearing the song, the captain agrees and warns them before leaving to stay inside at night because werewolves come to attack here. Now it's night, and everyone starts talking among themselves that maybe they are trapped in this werewolf game, and everyone has gained some power. Jerome's dad's memory has improved, and he has become a powerful hunter. Clara can become invisible, and Jerome has gained telepathy power. But Jerome's wife, son, and younger daughter's powers have not yet emerged. Jerome's dad says, "I found this game in my grandfather's cupboard and kept playing it my own way without any rules. But one thing is clear, We have to kill those werewolves to win this game. Number 1. Jerome's little daughter asks, "If I turn out to be a werewolf, will you kill me?" Hearing this, everyone reassures her. "Don't think like that, nothing will happen." Saying this, her parents sing her a lullaby and she falls asleep. As everyone sleeps, Clara takes a lamp and goes outside because she hears some strange noises. But after walking a little distance, she sees many werewolves coming towards her. She quickly turns off the lamp and stays silent, and the werewolves come right up to her. But because she's invisible, they can't see her. Then she comes back home scared, and everyone asks, "What happened?" Clara doesn't say anything, just starts thinking. And Jerome understands her thoughts and tells everyone that many werewolves are approaching us. We have to do something, or everyone will be killed. Meanwhile, they realize Jerome's little daughter is not in the house, so everyone starts looking for her. Just then, she comes inside herself and says, "I was right here, I wasn't lost." Everyone suspects that she might also be a werewolf, and just then, the sound of a werewolf comes from outside. She actually transforms into a werewolf. Everyone gets scared, but Jerome's dad manages to restrain her, and together they tie her up. The next morning, she is back in human form. But now, the tension is not just about this. Winning this game at any cost has become essential. After that, everyone dresses like the villagers and goes outside so that no one suspects them. Then, everyone gets involved in different tasks where Clara and her brother go to get food. Jerome and his wife go to meet the magician who was imprisoned for doing magic. Clara's brother remembers that when we were playing in our time, I had a card where I was a thief and its power hasn't been activated yet. So he leaves Clara and goes to a blacksmith's shop and steals his bracelet. But as soon as the blacksmith finds out, he chases after him. But Clara's brother manages to escape by tricking him. Meanwhile, Jerome and his wife reach outside the jail and ask the guards to let them in. But they refuse and push them away, telling them to leave. Then both sit somewhere and start thinking about how to get inside. Just then, the same blacksmith comes running there. But they are shocked when they find out that the blacksmith is actually their son, meaning he had the power to change forms. If he wears someone's thing, he can change into their appearance. But his parents get scared seeing this and explain to him to use it in the right place, to which he agrees and wears the jailer's helmet, changes into his form, and tricks the guards to take his mother inside the jail to meet the magician. She tells the magician that we are from your family, trapped in this era because of a dangerous game. If you created that game, tell us its rules because we need to go back. The magician replies that I didn't create this game. One day, a man wearing a wolf's skin came to my house and left that game. After that, werewolves started spreading in the village. But now, I don't know where that person is. Now, since they don't get much information, they quickly escape from there before the jailer arrives and come home to discuss that, at any cost, they must find out the way and rules of this game, otherwise they'll remain stuck in this era. But someone was listening to their conversation from outside. So Jerome's dad suddenly throws a knife at him and then captures and ties him up. It turns out he lives in the nearby house. He says, I heard some strangers came here, so I just came to find out the truth. Besides that, I have no other motive. So he tells about himself that I am an artist and a small-time scientist, but the villagers don't take me seriously. From his words, they understand that he is a good man, so they untie him and tell him that we have come from the future and are trapped here and we need to kill the werewolves to end this game. Clara, in her invisible state, brings him water, so the scientist says, I can fix this with something I made. Then he takes everyone to show something being prepared in a big container, which is actually rubber. He explains that through this, we will create another layer over Clara so she becomes visible. They do just that and put a rubber suit on Clara, and after makeup, fake eyes and a wig, she looks like she did before. The scientist also gives her a necklace that brings back her voice. After this, when they are leaving the market, they find out that the captain has caught a girl who is actually a werewolf. They quickly reach the square where many people are, and the captain sentences the girl to death. But just as the executioner is about to behead, the axe slips from the handle and falls far back. The executioner tells the captain, "If you keep killing so many people, the axe will loosen like this." Everyone starts laughing, and meanwhile, the sun sets. So the captain immediately decides to use his sword to kill. But then the girl turns into a werewolf and attacks everyone. People start running around in fear, during which a child gets into trouble. Jerome's dad sees this and moves forward to save him, facing the werewolf. But then the captain shoots an arrow and kills the werewolf. As soon as it dies, Jerome's dad sees a card in its hand, which he takes and is about to leave with everyone. But then, hearing the werewolf's voice, Jerome's daughter also turns into a werewolf. But before anyone sees, her grandfather quickly hides her in a sack and leaves. After this, everyone went home. But Clara and Jerome encounter werewolves. Clara says, "I can take off the suit and disappear and try to find out everything by going behind them." So she follows the werewolf. But then we see that the villagers had set a trap for the werewolf and one gets caught in it. Suddenly, a man with a hidden face comes and frees the werewolf. It's quite shocking who this crazy person is who wants to save these fierce beasts. We'll find out the answer soon. Then everyone returns home and places the card on the board, completing the first level, realizing that the remaining 3 cards must be obtained by killing those werewolves to complete the game. Clara then tells everyone that she has identified 2 werewolves by following them. One is a girl with white hands and the other is a man who walks with a limp. So as soon as morning comes, they start searching for those 2 werewolves by meeting different people throughout the village. But no girl with white hands or limping man is seen anywhere in the village. Meanwhile, Jerome's wife meets a woman with blood on her clothes. Seeing this, she suspected that she must be a werewolf. But the woman explains that her husband hit her, which is why she got hurt. Hearing this, Jerome's wife angrily goes to meet her husband and says, "You have no right to raise your hand on your wife." But hearing her words, people understand that she is a witch, a sorceress who is saying these things. So she says, "Oh, I was just speaking like that, relax, have fun, it's nothing like that." But everyone becomes convinced that this woman is a witch because sometimes she forgets things and sometimes something else, so she is caught and put in jail. Then Jerome comes to meet her, but the captain's soldiers are standing there. So his wife, speaking in her mind, explains to Jerome that these people will burn me to death and there's no way to escape. So you all should go far away from here. We can't win this game because one of those 3 cards will be obtained by killing our daughter, and we can never do that. But Jerome refuses. He says, "I won't go anywhere without you. I'll do something to save you. You'll see." Meanwhile, Jerome's dad had killed another werewolf and obtained the 2nd card, meaning now only 2 cards were left. But the biggest problem is that the next morning, Jerome's wife will be burned alive, which makes everyone very sad. Jerome gets the idea to make an electric guitar and immediately goes to meet the scientist. Then as morning comes, Jerome's wife and the magician are presented in front of everyone to be killed. Both will be burned to death. The captain had also given the order to kill. But then Jerome arrives and tells the captain, "I want to sing a song for my wife before she dies, which everyone will also like." The captain agrees. And then Jerome, with the help of the scientist, starts playing the electric guitar he made and begins to sing. Now this was a kind of first live music show of 1497, so everyone enjoys the song a lot, starts dancing in fun. Meanwhile, Clara disappears and unties her mother and the magician's ropes. Her brother also comes in the guise of a soldier with a horse carriage, and then everyone starts escaping from there. But the captain sees them and immediately orders his soldiers to shoot arrows. But they somehow escape and go far away. Jerome also takes a horse and escapes from there, and after reaching a place, everyone is very happy. Then the scientist comes and tells them that the soldiers will be looking for you everywhere. So you have to hide in the church. I've made a secret tunnel there, and when you enter the code, you'll see it. Everyone reaches the church, closes the door, and lights a torch. Then everyone starts thinking about the tunnel code together and headphones on Jerome's daughter so she doesn't hear any werewolf sounds. They also enter the code to dig the tunnel. But then the third werewolf comes to attack them. Everyone is scared about how they will finish it because only by killing it will they get the third card. Then Jerome's son, his father, and wife step forward and start fighting the werewolf using their powers. But it is very powerful, making it difficult to control. At that moment, the captain arrives and everyone thinks he will help us. But the story takes a sudden turn when it is revealed that the captain has come not to kill the werewolf but to save it. Actually, this werewolf is the same white-toothed girl Clara mentioned, who is none other than the captain's wife. So this werewolf... That's why the one who freed this werewolf from the trap that night was none other than the captain himself. And now they both are about to kill everyone. Jerome's daughter also takes off her headphones and comes forward, and upon hearing the werewolf's sound, she herself turns into a werewolf and is about to attack her own mom and dad. But they play the same song for her that they often used to play. Hearing it, she calms down and then starts fighting the big werewolf. At first, she fights bravely, but in the end, the big werewolf grabs her and throws her against the wall, killing Jerome's daughter. With her death, the third card is obtained. But seeing this, everyone is saddened, and at that moment, Jerome's wife's power awakens. It is revealed that the card she got in that time was for magic. After that, she flies in the air and uses her magic to take all the werewolf's power and kill it. And then with her powers, she also brings her daughter back to life. As soon as she comes back to life, everyone breathes a sigh of relief. By now, all the people from whom the cards were obtained who had died had also gathered. That means the game was complete and now they could return to their time. The scientist says, "Now I will go back to my city and start painting again because I want to become an artist." That means he and the magician were also trapped in this game from their time. After that, to end the game, everyone puts in their respective cards, and as soon as it is turned, everyone blinks and returns to the present. They were very happy because they finally won this dangerous game. But now Jerome's dad returns to his original state. That means along with his memory, he was also weak. But no matter what, in the end, everyone returned alive, and in this game, they learned one thing. If the family is together, even the most dangerous deadly game can be won. That's why they decide to always value each other and live with love. And with this, the wonderful movie ends happily. Thank you for watching.